Hey folks, welcome to the Insider's View of building your data center one DSC resource at a time. And today I'm joined by Travis, who we're going to talk about an unusual resource. Now, Travis, first of all, why don't you tell everybody who you are and what you do at Microsoft?
I'm Travis Plonk. I work on the DSC team. I specifically work on the Azure DSC extension. It lets you set up or run DSC configurations on Azure IS VMs.
Awesome. Now, we're going to talk about a resource that you work with that, as soon as I say this, people are kind of going to go, what? We're going to talk about the xWordPress resource, right? Mm-hmm. Now, we had you here earlier talking about the xMySQL resource. And these two resources surprise a lot of people. Now, have you had a lot of people somewhat surprised by you're working with products that these aren't Microsoft products? Why are you a Microsoft person doing this?
We wanted to work on them to show that DSC can configure non-Microsoft products, specifically PHP and MySQL-based solutions.
And I think you bring up an interesting point that if a lot of people that work with IIS, they may not realize that it can also run PHP. And if it can run PHP, then it can run WordPress. They may have even manually configured this, but you built a resource that's going to basically take care of the entire setup of WordPress, PHP, all of it, right?
Right.
So the demonstration that you're going to do, this is going to be kind of complicated when you get into this interview. I'm thinking that there's a lot of stuff that needs to be configured. What do you think is the most challenging piece in that configuration?
Actually, just coordinating all of it is the most challenging piece and keeping it all up to date. PHP, MySQL changed quite a bit. But putting it all together is the big challenge.
And one of the ways you're going to be doing that, and you and Don will certainly talk about this, is by using the concept of composite resources, right? Where we're making different configurations and then pulling them into another configuration to make it cleaner to manage, cleaner to work with.
Oh, well, a composite resource, yes.
Yeah, composite resource.
Yeah, so you make, you can basically pull together several resources and make them appear as one resource so that it becomes less complicated.
And really, the point that you bring up of, some of the hard part being, keeping track of the updates for PHP and MySQL, we have to do that anyways. That's just the nature of the beast, right? And so you can show us when we get into the demonstration, where in the configuration we need to make sure that we're checking for that, right? Right,
and I've put a comment in there in the sample configuration saying this one changes frequency, make sure you check that it's up to date.
I'm really excited to see this, and I have to tell you, I'm a little bit nervous because this is a lot of stuff that you're going to configure. Are you going to do it in Azure?
Yes.
I mean, that's kind of a huge feat, right? You're going to basically, with DSC, you're going to configure WordPress, PHP, MySQL, all of that in Azure. Wow, is the demo going to work?
I believe so.
You believe so? That's awesome. I'm really excited to see it. I want to thank you for taking the time to help us out with this. Hey folks, make sure you do not miss. Yes, we said xWordPress with PHP, all of that goodness. Travis is going to go in and talk to Don and show you how to make that a reality. So make sure you stay tuned. Follow the link wherever the link is appearing and go see the xWordPress resource in this series of building your data center one DSC resource at a time.